Of the new guys coming through for England, who are you most excited to see how their career's going to go?
That's a good question. It's a difficult one because I don't know what the squad's going to be for that India series.
All right.
So I think if I'm going, I think if I like Sam Cook. I think Sam Cook has deserved a chance for a while. He's been consistent, but because England have gone down this sort of pace, we want pace sort of route, he's been overlooked for the last couple of years. But I think he really deserves a go. I've played against him, extremely skillful, quicker than people give him credit for, and I think he could be a really, really good asset for England. But there's other guys. I love Bryden Carse. I think he's got another one with a really good action, athletic. He's sort of I think he's a match winner. I think he's going to grow into a match winner with bat and ball as he gets more experienced. But as it is with all bowlers, they've got to stay fit and get a good run in the team.
2024, Shubman Gill reaches 100, and as he crosses past you, tells you it's time to retire. And then 2 balls later, you get him out. I'm often asked, what in terms of trash talk, sledging, right? That's always a question when you do Q&As or you go to these, what's the worst? I mean, that seemed pretty harsh, that as a thing to say, or have you heard plenty worse?
I've heard
in
much
your 20
worse,
years?
yeah, much worse. But I mean, it's really like my favourite sledging stories are from the 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
There were no stump mics. There were no consequences for stuff that you said. I think players gave it more thought back then as well. They tried to be more cutting, tried to be more witty. And now if you hear anything, it's literally just borderline abuse. But quite often you won't hear anything because people are scared of the stump mic. So I think that's dying out of the game.
I might be wrong, but I did look through the appendix. And there's no mention of the World Test Championship in your book. I might be wrong.
I've only put interesting stuff in the book.
That's it. It really hasn't resonated. It seems like the World Test Championship is just not even a thing for England, in a way that it seems to be quite a big thing for India, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. I mean, what are these countries getting or seeing that maybe England aren't?
I don't know. It's not been. Obviously, you're just trying to win every game. You're trying to win every series, but I don't know. It's not been a thing like let's get in that World Test Championship final. I think the difficult thing for England is that being a Northern Hemisphere team, we play 12 months a year.
Yeah,
play much more cricket than everyone else. It's harder to keep players fit. And you look at the current cycle, and South Africa got into the final, and the teams they've played aren't. They played 2 Test match series against not necessarily the strongest teams in the world, and we've played 5 Test matches in India. We're playing minimum 3 Test series. So we've played a lot more games and in difficult conditions, and I just feel like it's something that's not top of the priority list. Obviously, we want to be successful and win, but at the minute under the current regime, they want to be entertaining, want to try and promote Test cricket and encourage people to watch, encourage people to take up the sport, but. At the minute, Test Championship's doesn't seem the priority.
In terms of, so you've retired, Virat Kohli has just retired, 2 huge champions of Test match cricket. Ben Stokes has obviously been a massive and will continue to be a massive champion of Test cricket. But with people like you and Kohli retiring, is there a danger that the importance of Test cricket again is just going to be eroded?
Well, that's something that's been talked about for as long as I can remember. My whole career, probably 25 years, 30 years. Is Test cricket going to survive? And we're still playing Test cricket. I think there's a number of things that need to be done to try and look after it and make sure it keeps going and keeps people coming back to watch. It keeps the younger generation wanting to play Test cricket. I think we need to encourage the smaller nations who don't play that much Test cricket. I think we need to keep encouraging them to play. Zimbabwe, the West Indies, is a shame what's happening to them. We want to see them playing Test cricket or at the level that we know they can.
Do you not think the World Test Championship does that a bit?
Not all the nations are in the World Test Championship. Zimbabwe
aren't, but does it not give more importance to Test cricket in Sri Lanka? They were quite close to reaching the final. In West Indies, do you not think that, or is it just the few people that are employed to write about it though?
If that's what gets them motivated for Test cricket, then that's great for them. But I think it's such a hard thing to sort of, how do you have a league? Can you imagine a Premier League when Man City play 60 games and Nottingham Forest play 12, and then we'll work out the percentage? It's very flawed, and I think that needs to get figured out. Needs to be fairer, and then maybe more of the bigger nations that that play a lot will be more interested in it. But I was going somewhere at that point. I can't remember.
I was asking about the erosion of Test cricket.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's just something that as long as there are players coming through in all the nations that want to play Test cricket. So seeing with the likes of India, with Jaiswal coming in, basically plucked out the IPL.
Yeah.
As long as the fans and the next generation have got someone to look up to, and they're seeing them playing Test cricket as well as all the other franchises. And that's another issue altogether, the schedule. But I think that's really important for the kids to see, for the next generation to see people that they can idolise, and play. If they're playing Test cricket, then that will keep Test cricket going.
Wrapping up, two quick ones for you. So there's no Virat Kohli and there's no Rohit Sharma. So of the top six, and we're not sure who will open with Jaiswal, but with Gill coming in at 3, I'm not sure about who will bat at 4. KL Rahul, I'm sure, will be in the top 6. Rishabh Pant will be there as well, and then we'll see.
Yeah.
But of the top 6, and maybe Shreyas Iyer will come in. Who now takes over from the man that is going to be seen as the king wicket? I mean, which batter do you think will take that crown from an English bowler's perspective?
Well, Jaiswal is definitely up there because of what he did to us in India. We scored big runs. He can be devastating. Whether he'll have the same success in England, I'm not sure. You'd think it would be they'll need someone like a Gill or a KL Rahul to step up, someone who's been to England before, experienced the conditions. They'll need to step up and try and lead that sort of batting lineup, but they'll also maybe be captain as well, so added pressure with that. I love watching Rishabh Pant bat, so I think he could be. He can be so explosive and dangerous. Again, he's had experience over here, so it could be. It's going to be difficult. I mean, there's a few guys there that could well have good series. So I think England need to be on top form to be able to compete.
Lastly, what is it like for someone that has never really seemed to be that interested in being a media personality, or forthcoming with quite private stuff, to write a book about himself. What is that a process that you found comfortable? Is this and all the stuff that surrounds it, having to come out and speak about all this stuff to a variety of different people, is it something you've enjoyed? Is that something you'd like to do again?
I don't. It doesn't come naturally to me. I don't find it comfortable. It really helped writing the book with Felix, who is a really close friend, who I've got to know really well over the last sort of 10 years. And he just, having someone there that you trust to be able to know that he's not going to write anything you don't want out there, and also do it in a tasteful way, in a entertaining way as well. You want people to be entertained by the book, so I thought he did a great job with that. But yeah, it's something that I've never really been comfortable doing anything like this, but I've just kind of got used to it over 20 years of playing cricket. It's something that comes with the job. You've got to do it, so tolerate it.
And now the career is stretching back behind you to a greater extent. Are you going to do a Freddie Flintoff and disappear off for other ventures, or do you still see yourself within the game, be it in the media or from a coaching perspective?
Yeah, I'm still not really sure. I still feel like I've got a decent amount to offer, playing wise. So whether it's just a year or a couple of years with Lancashire, and then in that time I'll try and figure out what's next. But right now I'm throughout my career I've really focused on what's happening now rather than a month's time or 3 months' time, 6 months' time. So I just try and throw myself into this, and then we'll figure out what happens later on.
Brilliant stuff. Thank you, Jimmy.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Take it easy, man. Thank you.